Good morning. Matt from Cultivate Elevate. Matt Roski is going to be very, very proud of me with my copper mug and the coffee in the copper mug. I don't know. Ah, tastes so coppery. I love it. All right, let's see. What's going on, Geo? Geo's the first one here. Geo, it's just you and me for a second. Oh, now Katie's here. And Ruben. Sorry, Geo. It was just you and I just for a second. Now here comes King. They shot our guy. I think King set the whole tone for the week off on Monday night. How's everybody faring out there? How you doing? What's going on, dude? Dave? What's going on, Kat? Katie? D? Chantilla? Manda? I'm just chill. There was going to be I thought there was going to be a Dark to Light episode at 10:30 today, but Tracy was out doing an episode. She was filling in for Del Bigtree on the High Wire in Texas, and she wasn't able to get out of Texas. So there's that. I know. Oh, listen to this. I love this part. So good. So I've been obsessed with the drumming on all these Sleep Token songs. For those of you out there who listen to that kind of, yeah, Sleep Token, yeah. I've been just obsessed with the drumming. It's so smooth. You ever watch somebody do something? You ever watch somebody do something, whatever the hell it is? I mean, they actually constitute some of the more satisfying videos. I watch the Drumeo stuff. I watch Drumeo. I think Drumeo does incredible work on YouTube. They do fantastic features with very talented musicians, and I really enjoy them. But you ever watch somebody in the middle of something that they are just born to do, and they are in the flow? I mean, sometimes even people who are born to do something have bad days. But you ever watch somebody in the flow, and there's no difference between them and their tool or them and their movement? It's like, especially when I watch this guy play drums, it's just like he's not separate from the drums. It's nuts. And I love watching people in the middle of that kind of stuff. But yes, welcome to the coffee stream. There was no Dark to Light this morning, so I said, you know what? I am going to do a short stream with you guys, and then go find Lauren and Aurora, who have left the house to go be in the beautiful sunshine. And since I took the day off to be with them in the sunshine, I'm going to go meet up with them in a little bit. But I want to talk to you guys. Good morning, good morning. What the hell did you think about Hulk Hogan? I know. Listen, I went into the Gilded, and I expressed my dismay with myself as soon as I walked through the front door, because I was listening to Hulk, and I was watching it in the car. Sorry, I was at a red light. I'm listening to it through the stereo, and then I was listening and watching him as I'm walking out of the studio. So I watched the whole thing, and of course it started 7 minutes after I got off the air. It was just so late, Everything got so pushed back. Tucker was supposed to be on near 8:30, 8:28. We were supposed to get Hulk around 8:54 or something like that. And that would have been a perfect way to end the night, and it would have been. It would have been a perfect way to end the night. I walked through the front door. Lauren was on the couch. She was watching the RNC. I walked through the front door. I said, I'm such a fucking idiot. She goes, why? Because Because you left early? I said, oh. Oh, you already know why? Oh, you already know why? I didn't even have to tell you? But King just said, last word, I was cringing at first. Like, really? Hulk Hogan? But I can't lie. The Hulkster gave me chills. King, let me just say something right now. I felt like I was 5 years old again. And I know that doesn't translate into policy. That doesn't translate into anything. But feeling good means something. Yeah, you can call him a buffoon if you want, whatever. He still got it. That's a performer. That's somebody that people have watched in his flow for decades. It feels like centuries, but for decades. You know, and growing up around, and to see this guy in his 70s up there, that is his act. And the fact that he was able to take that character out, and no, that was awesome. Tearing the shirt off, dude. It's of course it's cheesy, but it's just awesome. I don't know, man. It was just really good to see, and there was something up. You know, I don't watch these things usually, as you know, but last couple of days, you know, there's reason to watch and assess things, but there's a real interesting energy there. And damn, it should have been Hulk Hogan that introduced Donald Trump. You know, Dana White did his thing too. Only people born after the 80s and 90s would find it cringe. Yeah. Unless, of course, you're interested in the past. You know, anybody, I can't really tell you what it was like growing up in the 80s. I can't tell you what it was like growing up in the 80s. I was born in 85. I remember 80s. I remember flashes of 87, a lot more of 88, 89, 90. That's when I'm really starting to, you know, but that's not my era and anything before it. But the good thing is that if you're interested in what happened in the past, you can go and visit the past. You can read whatever you want. You can get different types of perspectives. There's tons of media. And by just analyzing the media, whether it be, you know, television, movies, news reports, the books, you can get a really good idea. You could actually know the era better than people who lived it. Like, for example, I have people very close to me who are much older than me that seriously, I don't believe they actually even were conscious. Maybe they were conscious at a time. But I talk to some elder statesmen in my family who think that they're know-it-alls, and they talk from experience about what was happening in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. And I'm just like, were you fucking unconscious for it all? Because you know, and I don't say that. I'm respectful until, of course, they cross the line and I can't hold my tongue anymore. That day might come. But I listen to people talk about things that I know are false. I hear them regurgitate official stories and CIA Mockingbird talking points, and I'm just like, does living through a decade really give you all the authority to speak on it? You know? So, yeah, I guess if you were born after the 80s and 90s and you really didn't care to understand Hulk Hogan, it could be cringe with no context. But there's so many ways to get context now. Just go back and watch. It's so fun. And then, of course, there's the other thing. Then there's the sigh, the nostalgia that, oh man, I wish I could have lived through that. You know, and that's just I don't know. Let me look through what people are saying here. I helped destroy the ozone layer in the 80s. That's what King says. know-it-alls. They're going to be in for a rude awakening. Are they? Are they? Just today, just this morning, I see, I don't know where, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and there's a young know-it-all. Just, it's pathetic to see them still go out there and say Donald Trump is an old white neo-Nazi, an old racist neo-Nazi. That are they really going to have an awakening when you address any kind of public platform on a day like today or a week like this week and still have nothing else to do but run that script? Is there really going to be an awakening? Hopefully for some, hopefully that it's slow but sure in that respect. What do you guys think about this? We've got some technical problems going on today. We've got some cyber problems going on today, and CrowdStrike had to do with it. What is that all about? Okay, let's see what else people are saying. AOC answered a casting call. Yeah, actually, AOC was suggested. She was suggested for that. Specs, what's going on, Specs? Brainwashed haters, what's going on, Donna? Can't help but wonder if this is current IT outage is a precursor of what's to come. It must be in some way. Remember the Disease X people that were telling us about Disease X for years prior to 2020? Those same people have been told us in the middle of 2020 that the cyber pandemic is going to make the COVID lockdowns seem like a minor inconvenience. And we know why that is. Because if we have real electrical network problems, there's a lot of people there are millions of people who are literally kept alive by the systems that we are running, that we built this society on. So when? Who knows? But obviously, there is very little control that some people have left right now. And losing control is good and bad for us. Some very bad people are not in complete control right now, which is great. But on the other hand, they may just turn the lights off. Like dialysis patients and oxygen users, says Jensters. Yeah, I think I will love the new Trump. He seems humble and stronger. Okay, what did you guys think about Trump himself last night? Since we have a few minutes to talk, let's talk about that. What did you think about him? Because I was waiting to see him talk all week. I thought that the RNC was one night, silly me. And what did you think about him? What did you think about everything? I didn't. I'll tell you right up front. What's up, GD? What's going on? ¿Cómo está? He was calm and humble. When the electricity goes out, I'll worry more. He fucking aced it, says King. Trump became less of a braggart and more a man who knows what his destiny is. He was amazing. He turned into a statesman. I thought it was only one night too, said King. Oh, well, there you go. You sound really good. Carmela, thank you. I'm sure you're very handsome as well. Good. Good to hear, GD. GD, I've been just to let you know, I'm not ready to speak. I'm not there yet. I'm getting beyond the basics. But for the last few weeks, I've been really every night, at least 20 minutes a night, doing the Italian lessons on the Babbel app. I'm getting there. Okay, let's see here. I love the look on Trump's face watching the granddaughter's speech. He did good on making points on his platform. Wonder where Barron was. Okay. Well, I definitely, the tone was definitely different. I could have done, I think he could have done with maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes less talking about the actual shooting, and maybe gotten to the point. I'm glad he spent time on those who were killed and wounded. I liked the the lighter aspect of the references to Saturday as well, when he referenced the illegal immigration chart that saved his life. That was funny. That was funny. It kind of broke up the tension on the whole thing, but you can tell he's deeply affected by the whole thing. I did not watch the whole speech though. I know he went on for nearly 2 hours, and I think it was maybe about a quarter to midnight is when I just kind of bowed out, and I went and I had to take a shower and do a whole bunch of other things before bed, and I just kind of bowed out because I had already been watching for about an hour at that point, so I didn't watch the whole thing, but I got enough. I just wanted to observe him, you know. It's just an interesting night, really is. And the crazy thing is, you ever watch an event? You ever watch an event now through the eyes of what you would have to, what you would say is a liberal? Do you ever watch an event? Do you ever watch a speech or a rally or something through the eyes of a liberal now, just to say, all right, what are they going to freak out about? Oh, they're going to hate that guy. Oh, this woman is crying. They're probably making fun of her. You ever do that? I do it all the time. And I've got to tell you, last night it was just nothing like that really mattered. Nothing matters anymore, and it goes into the whole free speech conversation we have to have. No, the extension of the cancel culture conversation that we have to have on Monday. Who knows what else we have lined up for Monday? But we just turned a corner where the left can't matter anymore. They truly can't matter. You know, the end of V for Vendetta, the very end of V for Vendetta, when the state is just ready with their concrete barricades and their officers, and the entire militarized presence of the state is right there in front of everybody, and here comes the rabble. Here comes the rabble coming through, and they've got their masks on and whatever, and they just walk right in and right through, and it doesn't matter anymore. It's in a symbolic way. That's just got to be what it is now, and that's another reason why I look at what we're going through, and the people who are just like, hey, don't cancel anybody. I'm like, but is it really cancellation? Is it really cancellation, and would they ever hesitate? Like, for example, and I'll bring this up on Monday, the old lady who expressed all of those really, I mean, it's not very even that unique, murderous kind of wishes, not only even about Trump, but also just his random supporters. People like that monster with the typewriter jaw, Destiny, who laughs, just pretty much laughs at the guy who died. Just a random guy. I mean, it's one. I can see it's one person. Everybody has been fine focused on Donald Trump being the Hitler, and I guess naturally people's ire and their hate and their dehumanization is going to trickle down to people who follow and admire any aspect of Hitler. So that means that you would also start hating the people in the crowd out there, but they wouldn't think they wouldn't think twice. They wouldn't think twice. And I start seeing how people like libs of TikTok, and I ask the question, how much longer how long can you go on doing that stuff? But I guess you can go on forever. Is it really cancellation to bring people to boost a public statement that's pretty disgusting and bring attention to anybody who may need to know that information about someone else who is broadcasting that to the world? If you're a parent, wouldn't you want to know if your child's teacher is a fucking nut job? If you are, I mean, anybody, would you want to know that your doctor, a psychiatrist that you want to send somebody to that you've spoken to, is a fucking nut job, a sociopath? And then you say, okay, Frank, well, what about just a frumpy old lady who's trying to make ends meet with a cashier job at Home Depot? I don't know. If you were an employer, would you find it disturbing that your business is in any way, shape, or form tied to a person who is expressing murderous intent and murderous wishes in public? Fuck it, man. You know, and here I am saying, this is the problem. I feel compassion. I had this compassion that creeps up on me. I'm like, she's just an old lady. Let her go. She's just very sick. And then I'm like, sick? What does that mean then? You know, everybody's sleep. Okay, so do we just let the inmates run the asylum because we don't want to disturb a sleepwalker? It might be dangerous to sleep. Like, they would never think twice, and they don't think twice about coming after us. And when you do get removed from a PayPal, you do get removed from your access on one social media platform after another. They don't stop there. They go and find you where you are, and then they try to bring down the hosting service. You know, I mean, I don't think we're not on an even playing field. And if we really identify what we're in the middle of right now as a war, I don't know. I think that we if it's a war, then it's something different. And I think it's a war. She's old and still working because 8 years of Obama and then 4 of Joe Obama. That's true. She should have been retired already. Nikki says, I made the cup myself. Yeah, I smelted it. I smelted it. Smelt? How do you say smelt? Anyway. We're definitely at war. There you go. So time people only stop when it's done to them. Ruben with help. This is not the kind of chat room where you can scream that stuff. Somebody might actually try to help you here. I have some highlights from me and Matt in the chat rooms last night. Where the hell is it? I tweeted a few of them out. And I guess those are the best ones. All the other ones are kind of inappropriate for the internet. Even for the internet, it's inappropriate. Matt said to I said, Matt, get into, I sent him a picture of one of my, I showed you it last night, where I just said, help me, in one of the rallies and the RNC nights. It just said, help me. There's Frank screaming into the wilderness. I told Matt, I sent that to Matt. He said, hey, listen, I'm going to go on the Right Side Broadcasting Network chat. Look out for me. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching the chat scroll by and I'm just looking. Like, where's Matt? What's he going to say? And then all of a sudden pops up. There's Matthew Vincent. I don't know if you can see it. Right up top. Hold on. Look. Matthew Vincent scrolls by. I had to go up and screen capture it. I swear to God I'll do it. I'll off myself if Trump doesn't win. Nobody better try and stop me, neither. Just the fact that nobody saw that. Nobody saw that in real time. Of course, I have put it out to people. And now we get to enjoy it. But nobody saw that. There's a guy in the middle of tens of thousands of people. At this point, there are 76,000 people watching that stream. Out of 76,000 people, do you think anybody else caught this one guy saying, I swear to God I'll do it. I'll off myself if Trump doesn't win. Nobody better try and stop me, neither. Sounds like Captain Hook. Don't try to stop me, Smee. Don't you dare try to stop me, Smee. Try to stop me. Smee, get up off your ass. Yeah, and here's mine. This was with, I don't know how many people were watching because I had a notification pop up. I don't even know what time this was. It was before Trump went on. There's, quite frankly, down at the bottom. Can you see it? I said, guys, I'm at the RNC right now. Kamala Harris is blowing janitors in the bathroom for inside information. It's pathetic. When I wrote that, the thing, you know, I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny when I ended it with that she was looking for inside information from janitors at the RNC. Like, that sounds like something she would do because it's just a complete waste of time. I'm going to blow some janitors at the RNC and maybe I can get some inside information. And I was laughing already, but then when I added the pathetic in, I laughed for about seven minutes straight. I know, Frank, stupid. Stupid. I'm happy you made yourself laugh, Frank. I did. I was the pathetic. It's pathetic. Like I was there. I saw it happen. And I could just see myself standing in the corner while she's doing this. And I'm just like, pathetic. Look at her. Look at her. And I just walk out. I live in that world all the time. And it gets me through. Like Lauren, I'll laugh all throughout the day because I see things like that happening in my head. And Lauren will go, what now? That's all Lauren will go, what now? And sometimes I'll tell her, and other times I'll just say, never mind. And then I'll write it down. Because I would love to see this stuff as a skit one day. I have so many mini scripts. I have so many mini scripts that I would really love to produce into little vignettes and shorts. I just don't have the staff for it right now. I don't know. Maybe I can do stuff on a Sunday. I can shoot something on a Sunday, send it off to somebody to edit it. I don't know. I have so many little scripts. I don't know. Do you use shampoo or body wash? I stockpiled a bunch of soap. I stockpiled this soap that I really, really liked from this this company. Many of you probably know. Oh, Lacuna Coil. I haven't heard this song in a long time. I love this song. This was a big album. This is from, what is this, the Comalize album? This came out on Roadrunner Records in like 2003 or 4 or something like that, and it was huge. I got to meet Christina Scabbia at, they're all Italian. I got to say, piacere. I got to meet her at NAMM. And this was such a huge, huge album. This song's called Heaven's a Lie. Some of you won't like that just because of that. But it's a great, great chorus. Anyway, you guys know that essential oils company, Young Living? Well, we used to get, Lauren's family used to get a lot of stuff from there before they got like revealed to be a cult or something. And, oh, here, listen. This takes me back. Yeah, man. That brings me right back to high school. Anyway. So, Young Living. It was, yeah, cult soap. Well, you know, because it's one of those things where everybody, you know, I actually had this as a topic we have to do one night, but the politics, the geopolitical stuff right now is too hot, and it's going to be searing hot for a while. I got to really pick and choose my places to do some off topics when we really need a break. But one thing I wanted to talk about is multi-level marketing. I'm going to get around to this. Multi-level marketing, and that's really the model for like Young Living, Pampered Chef, all that other stuff. Anyway, as it usually happens with a lot of multi-level marketing stuff, you always see that it almost becomes religious. And I started reading that there was people that were coming forward that were big Young Living advocates and stuff, and they're just like saying, hey, there's some weird stuff going on over there. It's not even just political, it almost feels cult-like. Anyway, this made people in my family a little bit uncomfortable. So I was just like, shit, I love that damn soap. It's a block of soap. It's called Shutron soap. It smells so good. And when you use it, I'm not a bar of soap to the skin kind of guy. I use a washcloth, but it's the kind of soap where it gets you nice and squeaky clean. There's no slipperiness afterwards. I like a squeaky clean, removes all the dirt and oil and whatever. Anyway, it's a Shutron soap. That's what it came around to. And when this whole exodus happened with Young Living, I was like, damn it, I need that soap. I said, so I told Lauren, I said, listen, get me like 4 bars. Because they're big bars. So, I can go get it for you. And I still have like maybe 2 bars left. I've been working off of this for a while. Are you taking your multiple rinse showers? What do you mean, multiple rinse showers? What does that mean? How many ounces is the bar? I don't know. It's... Holy shit, Legacy Rant. Damn. Legacy Rant, again, Legacy just got married, everybody. We haven't seen Legacy in a while, but you see he still has his OG wrench. Legacy, congratulations again to you, my friend. I hope you call in soon. It would really be a blast from the past that we all need, especially if you have a Legacy Rant, a rant that has been provided for us. So I'm not a body wash guy. I'm a little long-winded, I know, but we're just chilling. I'm not a body wash guy. I was a body wash guy in high school when I had access to a lot of different types of body washes. I worked at a pharmacy, a little the pharmacy that I met Lauren at. And because I worked at that pharmacy, I can just try whatever the hell I wanted. I tried all the body washes. I tried all the loofahs. And I can still smell them. They were so fragrant. But now it's not really much. Every once in a while, I'll do the just the washcloth and stuff on the head. Every once in a while, I'll use a shampoo for my scalp, something with like a zinc or something in it. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Aurora loves the Ave Maria. I'm gonna have to. We're both gonna have to learn Latin, at least for this. Okay, let's see here. Second shooter, Frank. Well, hey, I've been waiting. I bathe in feminine liquids, says King, of course. Of course. Of course you do. Second shooter? Well, you tell me. Do you believe that this that this identityless loner freak is really, come on, it's just so ridiculous. I don't know where Masters of Disguise, how they blended in with the background. I don't know. I'm waiting for somebody else to confirm, hey, we got it. Here's the second angle. This is where it can, whatever the hell it is. I'm waiting for somebody to confirm it, but come on, it doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. They put a sacrificial lamb up on that sloped roof. But ST says no confidence that we'll ever know, just like JFK. They already want to put this in the rear view. Like I said last night, it's 50 years. We did 50 years in a week. The crazy thing about I don't know, this song just distracts me. What the hell is it? For example, Reagan. I wasn't around I was born 5 years after Reagan was shot. But I know from researching what that did as far as legislative unity, social unity, all that stuff. I was around for 9/11 to see the last big galvanizing social cataclysm. That was the last cataclysm that galvanized people, no matter what party they're from. Hey, listen, man, we're all Americans. It happened in a very, very small little way with the Boston bombing. You know, I remember after the Boston bombing when the Red Sox went on to win the World Series that next year or that year. You know, there was a lot of, there's a couple of, old timer Yankee fans over here that were just like, hey, listen, you know what, man? I know it's the Red Sox, but we're all American when it comes down to it. It's like, wait, what? Because there was a bombing? They deserve to win the World Series? The Yankees didn't win the World Series after 2001. Fucking Diamondbacks did. So please. So we were already, that's when it was already, the galvanizing events were gone after that. Because I couldn't even rationalize the Red Sox winning the World Series because of the bombing. Once the Yankees were not allowed to win the World Series after September, even though you can call it poetic that they didn't, because it was a loss. You know, we took a big L that year. And it was apropos that the Yankees actually lost in such heartbreaking fashion. As much of a relief as a win would have been. But you think about now, where the first thing that happens when someone like Donald Trump is almost sniped on national television is that a lot of people's first inclination was to roll their eyes and go, oh great, now he's going to be a martyr. Like, are you fucking serious? And then even with us, I mean, seriously, even with us, there's the divide and conquer. And then there is the division of the divided. And then further divisions of the subdivided. I mean, you think that, when was the last time you found even consensus on the so-called right? You know? And a lot of it goes back to Mockingbird. A lot of it goes back to JFK. The CIA's investing in conspiracy theory, not only the branding of the term and using it as a way to, pipe people down and chill them out, but also they invested in actually proliferating conspiracy theories that had merit and conspiracy theories that were actually ridiculous, so that the marketplace would just be so flooded with stuff. And of course, after people's trust in institutions are gone, then they tend to start thinking that nothing is real, when it can't be so. It's not. Broad stroking is a trap, one way or another. And we have people who are thinking some really goofy things now about a lot of different subjects just because the working premise is nothing is real. And that's dangerous. We talked about that a little bit last night too. So yeah. No, seriously. It's divide and conquer, and then it's divide the divided. And once it gets to that point, a lot of people just say, you know what? Define real though? Define authenticity? How do you want me to define authentic? And like I said last night, even in the best lies has really strong threads of truth in there. That's why it's hard to tell them apart after a while. But you know, versus contrived. Well, you follow evidence and not a bias. Okay, and when you follow evidence a lot, for example, what we've within the first 36 hours of Saturday, you start saying, all right, well, this is not a lone wolf. The whole register Republican thing is ridiculous. You start seeing the shuffling around of security resources and the deliberate opening up of a pathway to Donald Trump. You have to discern who would benefit from all of this, who is capable of benefiting from all this. Is Joe Biden a real serious player? No. In fact, he actually might be someone who gets eliminated from this down the line. You look at that, and you can actually stack verifiable things up based on character profiles of other schemes that have been exposed in the past. You know, exposing a scheme and getting justice are two different things. So we can be jaded about no justice, you know, whether or not justice will be delivered at the end of one event or another, but you can see how the whole system works. So I like last night, somebody calling in and saying that, hey, listen, there was no there was no bullet, it wasn't real, it's fake, and Tucker Carlson is just a CIA salesman trying to make this seem more significant than it was. It's like, well, that's a statement you could make, but you got to bring me some evidence. And if the evidence is your belief that nothing is real, meanwhile, we're over here stacking up all the reasons why that this event was set up, verifiable reasons why that it was set up, and who's likely the perpetrator. Likely. I mean, even down to we didn't even talk about the financial stuff, all of the stock market betting. Nutty. It's nutty. And you know what? To some of you guys out there that were spending a lot of time looking at that chick, the woman with the hat on and the glasses, they're like, yeah, but you got to look at her. She's a signaler. And at first I'm just like, okay, yeah, I see everybody pointing her out, but I'm not going to pay too much attention to her right now because maybe, I don't know. First of all, it's a traumatic event, and people act in puzzling ways, peculiar ways during events like that. You don't know. And the most important glaring pieces of evidence about this being an operation is already been presented in very, very clear, distinct ways. She's a little bit more of a, let's get to her, let's analyze her at a later time because we already have more than enough to work with here. But now, today I saw a few people put out there, is she like some assistant director at the FBI? Like, if she gets ID'd as an actual Fed, that's something different. That's something totally different. That's, But anyway, yeah. Let's see here. Redacted had a video of someone on the water tower. I saw that water tower video though, and it was just a big blurry mess. I don't know what people were seeing. It was just a big blurry mess. And it looked like a smirk, but it's also that even she's blurry. I see, so yeah, she a smirk, but I look, she looks up in that direction. She puts up a sign, and it almost looks like she's looking for something to happen. And then she's very calm, and so I understand what it looks like. But we'll see if she's ID'd as a Fed, then it's over, no doubt about it. And I'll definitely give everybody credit for focusing in on her, but then again, she would just be a piece of a 500-piece puzzle that is already glaringly obvious what the picture is. Or she could have been just looking at the chart that everyone else was looking at, says Katie. Very true, because that's where the chart was. Very true. That's what I'm saying. Frank, have you ever reached out to Adam Curry? Oh, yeah. I reached out to Adam. I reached out to John. He actually responded to me once, and then I asked him about him coming on, and he seemed interested, and then it just kind of fell away. Maybe I can follow up with him. And I reached out to them because, the fact that John brought me up in a complimentary way twice on No Agenda in like 2018 or 2019, and then they queued up a clip of me talking with Rich Barris on an episode of theirs just a couple of months ago. Somebody on their staff must be watching the show, and I'd love to be friends with them because they're just they're OGs, and yeah, that'd be awesome to have them both in studio one day. All right, 11:25. I've almost done the entire length of Dark to Light with you guys today. So, lightning round, real quick. Throw questions and comments out there real quick, and we'll stay on together for another 5 minutes. Let's see here. John Dvorak. I also identify as a burrito slayer. Ooh, good job. Need to consider everything. I used to get notifications all the time on ScrewTube. Yeah, well, don't ever wait for that. I'm telling you, you have to get your own notifications down. You have to get your own notifications down. Give yourself a daily reminder, 7 o'clock. Or I know YouTube, if it's an impromptu broadcast like this, it's not going to help you. But that's just YouTube. You got to hit the bell and whatever the hell else. Telegram, Gilded. I usually put out a tweet before I go live on something like this. So I would say get into the Quite Frankly Telegram or join the Gilded or something like that. Okay, let's see here. Dokken or Slayer? That's from King 40. King is doing his hard rock heavy metal stuff. He's deep in study. I can see this. He used to make fun of us. For listening to this stuff. I'm so happy he's finally with us. These days, I get into Slayer moods. I've always been that way. I can't listen to an entire Slayer album from start to finish. I know people like Mark Swan can, but these days I'm a little bit more of a Hair Nation Dokken kind of a guy. Dokken. I would much rather listen to Dokken and Tesla and dare I say? I know that Def Leppard is on the other side of the spectrum, almost like on the Kiss spectrum. But I love Def Leppard. There's just too many awesome. I am a sucker for great melodies, and I fucking love them. They got so many damn hits. There's barely any deep tracks for a band like Def Leppard because they got so many hits. But Dokken is great. Rockin' with Dokken. I need to see Set the Charge perform. Pour some sugar on me. You know what? I think we actually might be getting a Set the Charge show put together. Our friend Tim, let me hold on. I gotta watch what people are saying. I want to lose too much. Our friend Tim, who used to be the lead singer of Within the Ruins, he started a new band called Blood Throne. They're really, really heavy. He likes the heavy shit. He used to be our former singer when we were playing hardcore heavy metal. And then he joined Within the Ruins, and then he toured the world and all that stuff. Well, he's doing some more shows locally and stuff, and he asked about getting a gig at this place that we like to play in Westchester, not too far from the studio. And if that gets out, if that gets officially on the books for a couple months from now, I'll definitely let everybody know in case you want to do a road trip or something like that. Though it's going to be a heavy night. STC is Set the Charge. That's my band, sir. But that would be a heavier night. Like I told Anthony when he told me about it, and he told Derek and Tom about it. Say, hey, would you guys want to do something like this? I said, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But we're gonna have to really beef up. We're gonna have to really beef up our set list. We're gonna have to do some heavy shit. Let's see. All right, what else do we have? Let's see. Questions. Are they let's see. Too hard? I'll take Sabbath, Floyd, and some Carl Cox to dance. What's the truth about the ladders at the Trump rally? I don't know. What's the truth? Ladders where? I don't even know. Let's see. Looking for questions here. In John Deere Green, on a hot summer night, he wrote, "Why does Trump got to be so mean?" while Biden dropped his butt. And the whole town screams, the Don made new meme, and he told us all to fight. Thank you, Legacy. Let's see what else that. August burns or after the burial. Actually, I haven't heard either of them, to be honest. I don't know too much about either of them. Anthony had a great old school song called Stop Me. I love this. It's King 40. Stop Me. Jeez, that's very, very old. He would probably cringe thinking about it now. I used to have a dupe account called Chet the Sarge. White Snake. White Snake's pretty good. Yeah, White Snake. I like White Snake so much more than White Lion. White Lion, oh, White Lion makes me a little cringy. Helmet. Some people think Helmet was like the beginning of nu metal. But, okay. Angel City, Wasted Sleeplessness. Are you getting ripe tomatoes from your garden yet? No, they're all green still. I am getting ripe Hungarian hot wax peppers, and we just had our first cayenne pepper burst into beautiful red life yesterday. So the peppers are good to go, but the tomatoes are still green, which I feel like they were already red this time last year. Frank, do you think it's possible the DNC will run RFK Jr.? I don't think so. The DNC would have to sacrifice too much. I think that they have to sacrifice too much. All right. That's all. That's all for me right now. I have to go meet up with the girls. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for hanging. We will not be live tonight at 7 o'clock. And I don't know, I'll drop in on you maybe Saturday night or something like that. Slap your butt cheeks for us. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Frankie, Motorhead? Yeah. I like Motorhead. Ministry? I like some stuff Ministry too. But Motorhead's pretty cool. Oh, there's a lot. We can get into a lot of that. Boys to Men. That's that. All right, well, I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day. A più tardi. Be well. Take care.